Hello again, class. My name is Donald Robinson, and for my great speech, I'm going to be doing The Perils of Indifference by Elie Wiesel. Mr. President, Mrs. Clinton, members of Congress, Ambassador Holbrooke, Excellencies, friends. 54 years ago today, a young Jewish boy from a small town in the Carpathian Mountains woke up, not far from Gotha's beloved Weimar, in a place of eternal infamy called Buchwald. He was finally free, but there was no joy in his heart. He thought there would never be again. Liberated a day earlier by American soldiers, he remembered their rage at what they saw. And even if he lives to be a very old man, he will always be grateful to them for that rage, and also for the compassion. Though he did not understand their language, the eyes told him what he needed to know, that they too would remember and bear witness. And now I stand before you, Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief of the Army that freed me, and tens of thousands of others, and I'm filled with a profound and abiding gratitude to the American people. Gratitude is a word that I cherish. Gratitude is what defines the humanity of the human being. And I'm grateful to you, Hillary, or Mrs. Clinton, for what you said and for what you are doing for children in the world, for the homeless, for the victims of injustice, the victims of destiny in society, and I thank all of you for being here. We are on the threshold of a new century, a new millennium. What will the legacy of this vanishing century be? How will it be remembered in the new millennium? Surely it will be judged, and judged severely, in both moral and metaphysical terms. These failures have cast a dark shadow over humanity. 2 world wars, countless civil wars, the senseless chains of assassination, Gandhi, the Kennedys, Martin Luther King, Sadat, Rabin, bloodbaths in Cambodia, in Nigeria, India and Pakistan, Ireland and Rwanda, Eritrea and Ethiopia, Sarajevo and Kosovo, the inhumanity of the Gulag and the tragedy of Hiroshima. And on a different level, of course, Auschwitz and Treblinka, so much violence, so much indifference. What is indifference? Etymologically, the word means no difference, a strange and unnatural state in which the line blurs between light and darkness, dusk and dawn, crime and punishment, cruelty and compassion, good and evil. What are its course and inescapable consequences? Is it a philosophy? Is there a philosophy of indifference conceivable? Can one possibly view indifference as a virtue? Is it necessary at times to practice it simply to keep one's sanity alive, live normally, enjoy a fine meal and a glass of wine, as the world around us experiences harrowing upheavals? Of course, indifference can be tempting. More than that, seductive. It is so much easier to look away from victims. It is so much easier to avoid such rude interpretations to our work, our dreams, our hopes. It is, after all, awkward, troublesome to be involved in another person's pain and despair. Yet for the person who is indifferent, his or her neighbor are of no consequence, and therefore their lives are meaningless. They're hidden or even visible. Anguish is of no interest. Indifference reduced to the other, to an abstraction. So I hope you guys enjoy my great speeches, this video. I should have remembered this or had some flashcards, but this is what I have to work with, and I hope you guys all enjoy again. And my name is Donald Robinson, and peace.